Mayor's Logan 23, you're joining me for the Rake and Recluse, Chapter 15. Lilly. The carriage ride has been long and unbearably awkward. Part of me still can't believe what I asked of him. Perry catches you glancing his way, you avert your eyes, flushing. But the other part is disappointed that he'd refused. We'll make our way to Carlisle and board the train to London. It's a round-table route, but the best I could manage, given the circumstances. It sounds fine, my lord. Lilly, about what you asked before. You glance up from your lap, startled. His tone has changed. You must realize that there is more to intimacy than the sexual act. He runs his fingers down your leg, his touch leaving a trail of warmth along your skin. You shudder, but you don't know whether it is from pleasure or fear. Trust me, Lilly. He removes your ankle boot with a practiced flick of his wrist. You watch his long fingers wrap around the bridge of your foot, massaging, working, tensing, and relaxing. Never in my life have I ever been touched in such a manner. I should let him continue. You don't know quite what to say. Perhaps this is his way of accepting my proposal. Your eyes drift shut as you enjoy the sensation. His hands work their way up your foot, kneading away every bit of tension. Before long, he's removed your other boot as well. He repeats his menstruations, his hands strong and sure. After my restless night, I feel like I could fall asleep right here. Pretty soon, Perry replaces your boots. I haven't felt so relaxed in ages. Tell me of your family. You blink at the command, or was it a question? This whole journey has been so strange. It's just me and my father in Lanarkshire now. My sister moved off to Cornwall to serve a house there, though her accommodations are nowhere near as nice as his Grace's. Perry gives you a wry smile, but says nothing. Your brother must be the most wonderful gentleman there is up north, my lord. He takes such good care of his servants and tenants, even after what happened. Snap your mouth shut. Quickly you change the subject. It would have been no matter at all for him to sack me. It would have been a great dishonor, indeed, Lilly. But luckily you are right, and my brother is in fact the greatest duke in all of Britain. He grins at you. Of course, I do carry a partiality. You laugh, and his smile broadens. He's such a charming, beautiful man. He doesn't see that his brother's equal in many ways. The boldness from last night rises up in you once more. My lord. He hears the tension in your voice, and his grin fades. Lily, no. Please, sir, you do not know how difficult it is for me to ask this of you. A Viscount, for heaven's sake, I should not even be speaking to you this way, much less... You can't bring yourself to finish the sentence. It cannot be too much to ask. Your reputation... It is not based on the ruin of innocence. I'm no innocent. But you are. You... He's interrupted by the carriage hitting a rut in the road. The seat bucks beneath you, nearly throwing you. The shock sends you into a panic. No, no, not here, not again. Your breath comes in sharp waves. Your heart pounds in your chest. Perry quickly sees what's happening and circles you with his arms. Shh, Lily. His warmth, the clean, sharp smell of skin, his soothing voice, all ease your nerves. Slowly your trembling stills. Perry's hands come up to caress your face. He lifts your chin. You stare into each other's eyes. My lord? Before you know what's happening, his mouth is on yours. The shock soon passes, and you yield to him, fingers quivering on his lapel. A sigh of longing escapes you as he reluctantly pulls away. I'm sorry, Lily, but you are an innocent. In every sense of the word, save one. You are. We cannot be together. That's sad. That is. Because she's had a crush on him for so long. I feel like, because we accepted, or he accepted his own refusal in the last chapter, but then still did this. So I feel like illusion of choice, you know? Accept his refusal. Your eyes prickle with tears, but you manage to hold them back. He does not want me. I'm sorry, Lilly. I'm afraid I would only do more harm. Daniel was right, then. I'm beyond repair. He passed the rest of the journey to Carlisle in silence. Perry has arranged for a private car on the journey to London. Come this way, Lilly. I rather think you'll like the accommodations I arranged for us. Perry leads you into a private car. You stare at the room in awe of what a luxurious and wealth can bring. I've never ridden a train before, but I can't imagine all the compartments are like this. Soon the train is off, rushing through the countryside in all the glorious splendor. He leads you to the chaise by the window. You sink side by side into the plush velvet brocade. You glimpse some bucks racing alongside the train, and your heart skips a beat. I've never been on a train, you know. Truly. I've always dreamed of it. You sigh as you gaze out the window, watching the landscape race by in hues of green and gold. Oh no, so much pain would finally be brought to me. So much adventure. You stare out the window and feel a pang of homesickness. You can feel Perry watching you, considering you, his eyes filled with the same want. You can't help but feel. You will not have time to visit. You will be too busy with your new life in London. You give him a teary smile, fighting the butterflies in your stomach as you meet his eyes. Thank you. He nods. His eyes have gone dark, considering. You want to ask him what's wrong, but the tension between you is too great for words. Lilly, I concede. His voice is so quiet you feel it rather than hear it, in the breath that sings across your ear. You what? I concede. I yield. I will do as you ask, or wish. His voice is low, filled with want, nervousness, and delight, war within you as he presses in close. Unless you have changed your mind. I told you, illusion of choice. I'm always right. Tell him I haven't. Every muscle inside you has frozen. Say something. Anything. Nod, smile, acquiesce, move. Your head jerks. No, I haven't. You grin at your ability to form words. I haven't changed my mind. Thank you. A grin spreads across Perry's face. His hand wraps around your waist, chasing the breath from your lungs. When? You feel the shift in his muscles. His breath comes harder, closer, skimming down your neck. In spite of yourself, you tense. Perry pulls back, he rises and steps away, but this time he does not look scared when he turns back to face you. I'm sorry, I don't appear to have complete control at the moment. Realization dawns over you, which is precisely how it should be. I'm sorry. We must do this right. You must be in control, Lilly. He gazes into your eyes and murmurs the whispered command. Undress me. My lord? I cannot take you if you fear me. If this is what you want, undress me. I should do as ordered. Slowly you approach. As you lay your hands on his waistcoat, you half expect him to pull away, but he holds perfectly still as your trembling hands work at his buttons. You loosen his neckcloth, then open his shirt, revealing inch by inch his muscled chest. You can see his pulse at the crest of his ribcage, quelling your nerves. Press a tremulous kiss to the beat. You feel him quiver with a suppressed desire, but he allows you to continue your inspection without moving. Well, it's because he's giving control to her. He's so different from anything I've ever encountered. Perfectly sculpted, restrained, patient. You trace the patterns of his muscles, the lines of his ribs on each side, the gathering of muscles below. Undressing and caressing as Perry remains perfectly still. You skim your hands lightly down his sides. He twitches, making you pull back sharply. Did I do something wrong? I'm sorry. I know. I'm just a bit, sensitive there. He smiles, but you still feel as if you've made some kind of error. Lilly, you do not seem to understand that you have all the power here. Perry clasps her hands in his and presses a kiss to the back of your knuckles. I am at your mercy. You will see, even as a woman, that you control me. His eyes glow with the fire of his restrained need. You can see the ridge of him through his trousers, and your heart catches in your throat. Your blood runs cold as the night of your attack sparks in your memory. I can't do this. I can't. I need to... You try to reach out for him again, but find yourself restrained. Your throat burns as you shake your head. Mayhap you were right. Mayhap this was a mistake. You turn your back and step away. There's a long silence as you try to control your breathing. I've ashamed him now. What can I possibly do? But then you hear his steps. Feel his heat. He's sunk to his knees behind you. His hands have come to the rest on your hips, breath warm and on the small of your back. You turn in his arms so that his chin rests on your stomach as he stares up at you. I should run my hand through his hair. You skim your hand through his hair, marveling at its thickness. It's so beautiful, so perfect. He leans into you, his chin grazing just below your navel. You jump at the touch, but do not release him. He swallows hard and waits, gazing up at you with a look of pleading supplication. My lord. Perry. If we are to do this, you will call me Perry. You sink to your knees in front of him. I am afraid. Perry places his hand over yours. The reality is not as fearsome as your memory. And if I am to be perfectly honest, Lilly, I am just as afraid as you. He smiles ruefully. I am not familiar with allowing the sort of per usual. I wasn't aware how much of a trial it would be to tolerate your simple touch. I beg your pardon, my lord. No, you misunderstood. This is not unbearably discomforting. It is merely a different from my customary role in the bedchamber. You cannot understand what I feel just yet, as you are still too much an innocent. But you will. Perry. Thank you. He smiles warmly at you, catching your chin in his hands, as his gaze turns serious. I refuse them, but I will not refuse you now. From here on out, I'll never refuse you a thing. The declaration is almost enough to make you weep, but instead you pull his mouth to yours. You arrive in London the next morning. In the broad light of day, you feel like a different person. No, that's not right. I'm myself, still scarred and bruised, but more whole, more at peace. The memory of the previous night sings through you as you mount the steps to Trumbull House. Perry's arms is wound through yours. I could be a lady returning to her manor, but no, I must remember this is a physical arrangement, nothing more. Does it have to be? Question mark? Perry feels your hesitation on the steps. He looks at you in concern. What have you, Lilly? Remember, you are in charge of your present, our present, and our future, even now in the streets of London. I will be yours for however long you wish to be obliged. It's a wonderful offer, almost too good to be true. And I'm not ready to give it up just yet. I should ask to work in the house, ask if we'll be seeing anyone else in London. Ask if we'll be seeing anyone else in London. I think I still have much to learn, but I understand if you would have others, rather. Perry looks at you in alarm. He clutches his hand tightly in his. Lilly, for as long as we are together, there will be none other. I will not extend any private invitations for as long as you have need of me. Your jaw drops. You don't know what to say. He grins, pulls your hand to his, and presses a kiss to your palm. You slide closer in his arms, your hand snaking around his neck. Your kiss is deep and long. You don't even register the sound of the front door swinging open. You could live forever in Perry's arms. If not... I beg pardon, have I interrupted something? Hello, Gideon. A furious Duke of Ruxley glares at you both from the doorway. Hi, Gideon. How are you? Oh God, we haven't seen you. Lady Hebord.
Women shouldn't dare to be silent. I feel like this would be her voice if we meet her. Yes. Blech. I think that's what the name.
Oh my God. I think that might be her tone if we meet her. Oh God. Because we haven't met any of the Heppelworts just yet. It's been a complete rumor, a complete mystery of who the Heppelworts are. Now, when there was the mystery shadow figure, I did do a voice. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that voice. But we'll see. But
I could definitely do this. Yes. Heavenwards. Yes.
oh my God. Especially the look and everything. Oh yes. Yes. That'll be
Yes.
With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head no description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, stay tuned for 16 through 20, and then also stay tuned for Twice the Growl and Court of Nightfall. Until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.